Today, ladies and gentlemen, you can see by the title, we have a different type of video than what I'm used to. Now, before I even start on this whole series, I am completely done with the whole fixed series. I did all the guns that I needed to do, and you know what? We had a very good past week and a half, I'd say. So we managed to hit, bro, like 90, pretty much 93,000 subscribers in the amount of the short amount of time. Like, y'all are honestly insane. So shout out to y'all, man. We're almost at 100k, and I love y'all. I don't know what to say. But today we are doing something different, and that is going to be, I am doing a tier list, right? And I have it all set up. I'm just using a website because it's easy to do, and I'm lazy and I don't know how to set this up anyway, so I'm just going to be using this website. And pretty much what we're going to be doing is well, a console edition of the tier list. I've always wanted to do one of these. I've seen so many people do it, so this is nothing like creative on my end whatsoever. It's just my input, and I thought, hey, you know what? People might be interested in what I have to say, or not, because I'm kind of a renowned idiot. So we're gonna get right into it. 1,400 likes helps the series out. Why not do it? It is free, guys. Be sure to hit all my socials. Follow me, especially on Twitter. I am doing a giveaway at the moment for 2 Charlotte major codes: a Thermite weapon skin and a Thermite charm. If you guys are interested in possibly getting something free, why not do it? It's an exclusive code, so you guys should be able to enjoy it. Alright, well, we're going to get right into it. Obviously, if you guys have watched any other type of tier list video, there are F tier, worst tier, caca, like just not even worth it. Then there's S tier, the best tier. Obviously, makes sense. We're going to be going through every operator. I'm going to do top left to pretty much like we're reading a book. I'm just going to start from the top, end with sense. So first, we're going to start off, obviously, with Sledge. Now, people might get annoyed at me during this whole thing. You might not agree with me. And honestly, I support your guys' opinions. This is strictly my opinion. This is not facts. I'm going off of my experience of playing Siege. I've been playing Siege since Black Ice. I've hit champion every season. Jay, make sure my thing pops up so people see it. So I'm not bullshitting. I feel like I know what I'm talking about. So, my opinion, and I'm going to say Sledge, A tier. Now, the reason why I think Sledge is A tier is, yes, he is fantastic vertical play, and he has grenades. However, I think it's better to have a buck or something than a Sledge, because with a Sledge, you actually have to be up in a barricade's face, or when you're playing vertical, you have to be literally on top. You're sledgehammering it. Whereas buck, you could play distance, and you don't have to you're less of a chance of getting C4'd. So I genuinely believe Sledge is A tier. I don't think he's gonna be anywhere else. He's very close to S tier. He's in between, but I'd say sit him right at A tier. Now we're also gonna put Thatcher, my main man, S tier. All I'm saying is, there's a reason why my big boy Thatcher is always banned. This man is hands down the best operator in Siege on attack. There's just no question about it. There's a reason why he's banned. This man can EMP for hard breach. He can literally EMP every gadget, including echo drones, Maestro cameras. He literally counters, I think, almost every defender that has an actual gadget. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't know if there's actually a defender he doesn't counter. Maybe Oryx, but Oryx doesn't have a direct ability. So, and maybe a zombie, but Thatcher's literally the counter to every operator almost on defense. This is why he deserves S tier. Going on to Smoke, I'm also going to put Smoke S tier. Smoke, classic operator, has a fantastic weapon. He's a shotgun made for rotates. He has the SMG-11, which is pretty good if you know how to use it. And his ability has always been perfect when used right, which is basically a time waster. Perfect for plant denial. Perfect for, honestly, just entry denial. He's just overall really good. So, I mean, always bring a Smoke. Or, honestly, a Mute. Which brings us to our next one. Mute. My boy Mute, S tier. You know what, man? The SAS boys, they're making it strong, bro. They're all pretty useful, I'm not gonna lie. Mute is just almost like Mute, except is I'd say he's the Thatcher of defense, because he counters a lot of operators. He can do wall denial, he could do drone denial, which is, pretty much just vision of an attacker. He does breach charges, literally anything that is gadget wise. You can't get on your camera if you're next to him. My man Mute counters a lot of operators on attack. Perfect S tier, not moving him. Moving myself to Thermite. Gonna put my boy Thermite. This might be a little bit biased. Honestly, man, I'm gonna put Thermite in S tier. Now, people are probably gonna get annoyed to say why S tier. I've always been a fan of. I'm not a Thermite main, but I play Thermite a good bit. I prefer Thermite over a lot of hard breach operators. His gun's good. He's got claymores for flank denial. His ability, I don't like vaultable hard breach in like a wall. I like plain big rope, like a big. I like the big holes, man. You know, just pause. Wait a minute, that sounded weird. So that's why Thermite, in my opinion, gets S tier. No doubt. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not gonna switch my mind. I can try and argue maybe he's A tier, but I prefer the Thermite over any other hard breach. The only thing that sucks about Thermite that honestly might make him not S tier is that you have to. It's not a distance hard breach. You have to get up on the wall or hatch or whatever you're breaching, which does suck, and it does take a lot of time. And it's very loud. It's very easy to bandit trick or pretty much just hard breach trick, whatever it's happening. Moving on, I'm solidifying my man in S tier. By the way, at the end of this, we're probably gonna go through it and might change some things as I go on, but we're gonna go on to Ashe. I'm gonna piss so many people off. Ashe gets F tier. I think Ashe is just useless. Man, Ashe used to be like a very strong and scary operator when the game first came out, but honestly, she has not bettered herself throughout the years. I think over the years she's gotten worse and kind of useless. She's not updated. Like, we have better soft breachers like Sophia, who's also got concussions, and Sophia also has better weapons. Sophia has better gadgets. Actually, I think they have the same gadgets, but Ashe is just a run and gun brain dead operator that doesn't even have like good armor. You're gonna just die a lot, to be honest. And yeah, I'm sorry for all my Ashe mains out there. This is a perfect spot. I don't think I'm gonna switch with Ashe. Going on to Pulse, I'm gonna say D tier. He's not great. He's not horrible. Pulse is very situational. Now, the reason why he's honestly in D tier and not E or F is because he is honestly intel. He could see through walls. He could see where people are coming from, and that's kind of it. Like, he's got a C4. He can get easy vertical kills, but if the other team if the other team does know there's a pulse on the other team, he's gonna most likely not get a C4 kill because people play around it. But he's a very solid intel operator, I would say. So I'd say D tier. Castle, A tier. I'm so sorry. Like 100% A tier. Castle's unbeatable in the A tier. Now, the reason why I say this, people in higher rank at least, like champ lobbies, Castle has got to be one of the most prominent and used characters I've ever seen. And he's a very strat heavy character. You don't bring Castle unless you're stratting in Siege. Or like in whatever game you're playing. Like match. Maybe it's like my voice cracked. You could be stratting in ranked, you could be stratting in comp. There's always gonna be like a Castle. At least on console. I don't know about PC. Console there is. He brings now 4 castles, which is a very big time waster. It wastes gadgets. Castle can make rotates. He's got a UMP, which isn't great, but it has a 1.5, so it makes up for the fact that it's a UMP 45. And honestly, this man is 2-2, perfect. 2-2 is perfect. Like, when I say 2-2, I mean 2 armor, 2 speed. Sweet spot. My man's beautiful. Castle's beautiful. He deserves A tier. And so far I'm liking the list. So far I don't know if I want to change anything. Monty, people might not agree. I'm gonna say B tier. Okay, this is people are probably thinking Monty should be a lower tier. Now, the reason why I say Monty is a B tier is if used correctly, he has got to be one of the scariest operators. This character can not only roam clear, he's an intel operator if used correctly, like for comms and like pinging. certain sites, you could turtle plant with Monty. You can, like, for bank downstairs when your turtle plant into server, perfect. You can push people that shouldn't be pushed. For example, when I say that, you take Clubhouse when you have to push someone and you have to take over Garage. You're gonna push Garage with a Monty. Monty could take Rafters immediately, and it's gonna scare the piss out of any defender, and they're gonna have to give up Rafters. It's a losing fight for a defense. Monty solidifies himself at B as he's a terrifying operator, man. I think I hate playing against Monty players, especially if they know what they're doing. Like, either Monty players is a fact, either they're really good or really stupid. Like, there's no midway. But I'm gonna solidify Monty at B, and I feel like people can agree with that. Twitch, I'm gonna say S tier. This might be I don't think people are gonna agree with this. I love Twitch. Twitch is so useful. Twitch counters literally almost every defense operator that has a gadget, almost like Thatcher, except she could destroy, but does have a risk because it's a drone and drones could get shot. Twitch hard counters. Obviously Mira's a hard counter, mutes bandits, any wall denial like Cade, for example. Twitch can be used because Thatcher's usually banned, so Twitch usually comes in if a Cade spot is really hard to get to, like a Cade, whatever this claw is called. I think it's just a claw. Is like a hard spot to get. You have a Twitch. Twitch can get to that hard spot, get you wall. Perfect. And her F2 frag potential. She's like, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure Twitch counts as like a flex. She could be used in like a support way, but also frag out. She's very frag heavy. Doc, E tier. Man, my boy Dog over the years has gotten decrepit. My boy Dog needs a break. I'm gonna be honest, man. My boy Dog needs a break. He used to be like prominent back in like year 3, I'd say, when he had ACOG. He's just, in my opinion, man, he's just a watered down Thunderbird. He is slow. He can heal, but he can only heal 3 people at a time. And you know, usually dogs tend to heal themselves. His gun is good. The MP5 is good. It's got a 1.5 scope. He has no rotate potential. He does have barbed wire, which is decent, but overall, I'm kind of rating this mainly on his ability. He's a watered down Thunderbird, and like, if you bring a dog, you're just being selfish. Like, you bring dog to be selfish. You're a selfish frag operator. All right, we have Rook. F. I don't care. F. I hate Rooks. Rook players, they're so useless. Like, Rook is an operator. It does not make sense to me. Now, I get he does increase your health by 20, and it's cool to see, like, have. He can make rotates, which is actually pretty cool. Just like Doc, he has some decent weapons, but I'm looking at it also from his ability. His ability in a very, if you're playing in a high rank, his ability essentially makes you bleed slow. All right, let's face facts. His ability makes you bleed slow, which is just bullshit. Like, who cares? Like, when you get down, you're most likely dying. You're guaranteed to get down if you don't get headshotted. His ability is just pretty much you bleed slow, and you're guaranteed to get down if your opponent doesn't hit a headshot. That's honestly what his ability is. If you really think about it, it's fucking terrible. Yeah, no, you deserve F, my friend. I'm so sorry. Now, on to Spetsnaz. We're going to go Fuse, C. This Fuse has a lot of hate and a lot of love. Fuse, again, like any other operator, if used correctly, is very good operator if vertical play is in need. Or vertical need is in play. Whatever, I worded that weirdly. His gun is good. He has a hard breach gadget, so he can get hatches. He can even get wall. He has the potential to kill with his gadgets when using his cluster charges. He also is mainly, in my opinion, is used to clear gadgets and clear like whatever obstacles or traps you have in a site. And I think that's why I solidify him at C. I don't think he's fantastic. I don't think he's horrible. I think you can't really hate if a Fuse is honestly brought on your team, because usually when a Fuse is brought, they have a certain plan and it's usually going to go really good for you. On to Tachanka. I'm going to say D. Tachanka is, in my opinion, a watered down smoke, but also, honestly, I might move him up. I think I'm going to move him C. I'm thinking about it. I think he's C. Tachanka's LMG is rotate potential, which is amazing. He can make big rotates, probably the quickest to make rotates besides throwing like an impact grenade or like an Oryx dash. His ability, he's got like a lot of grenades, but they're very hard to use off the fact that usually when you're using them, you have to like position yourself perfectly. It's not like smoke where you can throw it really quick. You have to quickly position yourself with a grenade launcher to even like deny whatever you're trying to deny, which is entry denial and plant denial. So that's why I think he's C tier. He's good, but he's not great. Like I would honestly prefer if you didn't bring a Tachanka. I think you should bring a smoke over Tachanka any day. He's just a watered down smoke in my opinion, and I stand by that. Capkin, I'm gonna go B tier. I've never seen an operator take ankles like Capkin. Capkin is just, man, Capkin's got to be like my bane of like existence. Like he is my strong counter. Like I can never kill a damn fucking Capkin, or I always get killed by a Capkin. The ability to kill without actually shooting somebody is always amazing. He's got rotate capability with impacts. He also has C4 for vertical play. His guns are good. Overall, he's a trap operator. You can't really hate on trap operators. They do what they're supposed to do. Just trap people. So, B tier. I think he's one of the better, and if not one of the best trap operators we have. On to GSG9. We're on to Blitz. Yeah, you sit your cute ass right there, Blitz. Terrible. I don't even need to explain. What is the point of Blitz? Are we all in gold lobbies or silver lobbies? Why would you bring this operator? He is useless. He's scary. I'll say this. Scary. He's not like Monty. You can easily kill Blitz because you can shoot his feet, shoot his hands. He's just, you know what's better? A Ying. A Ying is better. A Ying is better than Blitz. Blitz makes no sense. It's just, why bring him? I don't know what to say about him. Like, he's just so useless. I don't have much to say about him. Don't bring a Blitz. I'm gonna move on, man. I'm disrespecting Blitz so bad. On to IQ. I'm gonna say E tier. Do I want to say E tier? Nah, I'm gonna say D. I'm gonna say D tier. Okay, this might piss people off. I say D tier. Her weapons are amazing, but again, we try our best here to view off of gadget play. I think IQ has a good gadget, but it's just it's like no point, to be honest, and you have to like position yourself to be able to use it, and usually when you're positioning yourself to use IQ, it's vertical from top, or most likely it's usually down, and you increase yourself to, oh my, hold on, you increase your chances of dying when trying to use IQ's ability, trying to break gadgets of like a site from like another floor. Rather, you could be Twitch, who could do the same thing safe outside of the building on a drone. It's just, to me, IQ is a watered down Twitch. I get the whole fact that you could see gadgets, and the only thing I like about her is that you could see Vigil ability and you could see Pulse ability and echo cameras. I love that, but it just doesn't seem worthy of anything better than a D. So she's gonna stay D. On to Bandit. My boy Bandit. I'm gonna say S tier. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna say A tier. I think Mute's better than Bandit. They do like the same thing. Now, Bandit has amazing weapons. Has a C4 just like Mute, but does not have the ability to make rotates unless you waste your C4, which doesn't make sense. Can get a total of 4 walls, whereas Mute can get a total of 8 walls. It's like double if you play Mute, as well as get drones with Mute. The only difference between Mute and Bandit is Bandit gets the entire wall, and you can Bandit trick. So, yeah, no, I think they're both great operators. I just think Mute I'd rather play than a Bandit. But Bandit is really, I think Bandit's better in terms of frag potential because of his MP7. And yeah, I think he's gonna sustain his role in A. On to Jaeger, my main man. My man, 100% S tier. Best. You need to bring a Jaeger. If you don't bring a Jaeger on your team, you're throwing. Yeah. Jaeger is, and always has been, the best at grenade denial. Flashbangs, Ying Candelas, grenades more importantly. Why would you not bring a Jaeger? His gun, frag potential and roam potential because of the type of gun he has. Does not have rotatability, unfortunately. If he did, he'd be broken. Probably be above S tier. But in my opinion, one of the operators you always need to have on your roster. There's no reason not to have Jaeger. Jaeger is a necessity and must be played 24/7 on in every round. There should be a Jaeger. No question asked. On to Buck. I'm going to say Buck, S tier. Now, before people start butchering me and saying Sledge is an S tier, but Buck can safely play vertical from a distance, can break more because of his skeleton key, can also get hatches and any reinforced wall because he has a hard breach device. His AR, he's got a shotgun. He's got a shotgun on his AR. That's close combat, like guaranteed kill if need be. Yeah, he's honestly just a better Sledge. He's like a hard breach version of Sledge because he has the hard breach potential. So that's why I say he's S tier and Sledge isn't, because of that one difference. That one difference being that my man Buck has hard breach gadgets. Biggest difference, and why I'd always run a Buck over a Sledge. The only thing that Sledge has over Buck is grenades. That's it. Nothing else. Moving on to my Queen Frost. I'm going to say C. I think C is perfect. Frost can make rotates. Frost has good traps, but honestly don't really get picks with the traps because they're very noticeable. She does have a deployable shield. Her gun has no recoil. Literally none. Zada. Impossible to have recoil with Frost. Just overall fantastic operator, but as a trap operator, and I'm going off of her ability, you don't really get to the ability or a chance to get kills because of a frost trap, but in the chance you do, it's cool. I mainly look at her as a whole, and she brings a lot to the table, including, I believe, if you don't even want to bring a shield, which I don't know why you wouldn't, it has potential for intel by bringing a bulletproof camera. I believe she has a bulletproof camera, so that's cool. Blackbeard. Yeah, you're shit. I'm so sorry, Blackbeard. You are literally nothing. You have paper mache covering your face 24/7. I've never seen an operator get nerfed so hard to nothing. I've never seen an operator go from S tier to F tier in like the span of all of the years how long this character's been out. Sorry, Blackbeard. Like, you don't bring anything. You have breach charges. That's cool for maybe vertical play, but that's all you bring. Frag potential, not really. If I'm being honest, if I see a Blackbeard in the other team, I'm probably going to swing you because I know if I hit just 2 shots in your head, the second shot's always going to hit. Terrible operator. His guns are mid at best as well. Still continuing on the Navy SEALs, Valkyrie, S tier. Undoubtedly S tier. Complete opposite. We have complete polar opposites on the same team. Valkyrie has the potential to make rotates if you don't want to run C4, which I don't know why you wouldn't run a C4. Is super intel, has 3 cameras that you can hide very well and just gather the freest intel a man could ever have, and is usually used and played with her camera in C4 in hand to hand to get yourself a kill. For example, on Canal, I always get C4 kills when I'm downstairs or in kayaks. It's just free kills, man. Valkyrie always a free kill with Valkyrie. Best intel operator in my opinion. You cannot beat Valkyrie. Honestly, man, I'm gonna say E tier. Now, people will probably be like, she's F tier. No, I'd say E tier because of the slim chance that you get an interrogation. If you manage to get an interrogation, that interrogation is more than likely going to close out a round and get you a free round. High risk, high reward. It just doesn't usually pay off in high rank or at all, to be honest. She does sneak around. Her SMG is terrible. Her shotgun's amazing. Her pistol is terrible. Used to be the best weapon in the game. But no, she's a good roamer if played right. You can roam very good as Cav, but I don't think it's better than a lot of other operators that we have on the list. So I think E tier is perfect for her. On to Habana. I'm gonna say Habana is S tier. The reason why Habana is S tier is the amount of wall she could break or the amount of angles she can create with her gadget. She can get a bunch of hatches. I think it maxes out at, I want to say she can get like up to like 6 reinforced hatches, maybe 7. My math might be really bad. I think it's 5. I think 5 hatches, 5 or 6. She can get wall. She can make it so it's runnable. You can easily counter a bandit trick by running Habana, by simply shooting it in the center. Her weapon choices, fantastic. She's got a good AR. Actually, I'm not gonna say fantastic on the AR. Her AR is really good. It's not great. The only thing that doesn't make it great is the ammo count. SMG bearing 9, probably one of the best secondaries in the game. Has frag potential, and she has flashbangs. Overall, a solid distanced hard breacher. Moving on to Echo, I'm gonna put Echo at D tier. Honestly, no. Honestly, C tier. I'm not gonna disrespect you, Echo. Echo, you might not be one of my favorite operators, but in hindsight, you are not a bad operator. You are an intel operator. You are a plant denial operator. You are a trap operator by concussions. Your weapons are good, and you have rotate potential and a possible shield if needed. Honestly, not my playstyle, but I can't disrespect you because in all aspect, even though you've been nerfed, you are not that bad of an operator. And I think C tier is perfect for you. I think I'm happy with that one. Jackal, yeah, no. S tier. There's a reason why there's only 2 attack operators that get banned like 95% of games. It's Thatcher and Jackal. Jackal is the roam clear king. My man only has 1 counter, and that's Kavera, who is a really bad compared to everyone else for roaming. Jackal has amazing primaries, the PDW and the C7. He has a secondary shotgun, which can be made to break hatches, make rotates, even play vertical if needed. He has smoke grenades and a claymore if needed for denial. And overall, if a Jackal's on board, roaming is not an option. You're going to die and get SEAL Team 6'd if this character's in play. Moving on to Mira, I'm going to say Mira's an A tier operator. Actually, she's on the verge of being S tier. She's really good, to be honest. I can't lie to you. But she's not... I'm going to say A tier. I'm going to stick with A tier. She's an intel operator as well as... Honestly, I don't know if she can classify as a trap operator. Maybe. She's got a vector. She's got a C4. She has rotate potential with her shotgun. Honestly, she's an obstacle. If a Mira's in play, your main focus as an attack is to break the Mira more than anything else on attack. Once you know there's a Mira on the other team, your whole team is going to say and talk about getting rid of that Mira shield, because that Mira shield is most likely preventing you from getting into sight or is preventing you from taking over a hot spot. I think A tier. Honestly, I might switch her to S tier. We'll see. I think right now A tier is comfortable. I don't think she's worth anything below A tier. Ying, I'm gonna say C, and she does a really good job at it. On to Legion. Legion, B tier. Legion is not the best trap operator. Actually, I don't know if I would. I know he's a trap operator. I would classify Legion as more of an intel operator, because he's got invisible traps that pretty much signify by a sound cue where the enemy is. Now, I guess in hindsight you can say, oh, he's just like Capkin. No, it's different, because Capkins tend to usually get shot off of door frames, which honestly, I'm gonna say A tier. No, I'm thinking about it. Legion's really good. He also has rotate potential, which also I haven't even included this. With impacts, you can impact trick on hard breach walls, and yeah, no, he's just a fantastic trap operator and / intel operator. Yeah, no, he's A tier. I don't think he's anything above A tier. I think he's just gonna stay max at A tier. On to Sophia, I'm gonna say A tier as well. Unlike Ashe, she has more to the table. Better guns by the LMG, I mean. She also has claymores, I guess just like Ashe, but the only difference is her main gadget, and her comparing her to Ashe is very easy. Ella, almost, I'm gonna say C tier. Her Ella charges are good, but I don't think I'm trying to think how she's played. She's got a fantastic shotgun, which if played is probably one of the most terrifying, if not the most terrifying shotgun in the game. Her ability, pretty good. Not the greatest. Honestly, again, almost like Legion, Dokubi's gadget, you might not be in the vicinity to even hear a phone call, so it'd just be a waste of an ability. Whereas Jackal, no matter where the footstep is, it'll always track him at least twice. So very good. Compared, Jackal's way better than Dokkaebi. I think Dokkaebi's perfect in D tier. B tier Vigil. Possibly A tier. Vigil is the best roamer, hands down, on Rainbow Six Siege. This man is fucking Batman of defense. Scary has rotate potential, has wall, impact tricking potential, roam game on point, weapon, frag operator. With his weapons, he's a frag operator. He has the ability to pretty much waste time. You bring Vigil to waste time, nothing really else. And like maybe trade in shots and kills. But yeah, no. Vigil's the biggest time waster because of the fact that drones cannot see him. He is completely invisible to a drone's eye. So, very, very good. I mean, nothing else to really say. Yeah, I think B tier. I think he might be the best roamer that we have. Honestly, he might be A. I'm gonna say A. I think I'm comfortable with saying he's A. I think he's got to be the best roamer. On to Lion. Lion used to be one of the best operators. I'm gonna say D tier. Lion's not horrible. Lion, if again, I guess I can't keep saying this because I guess if every operator is used right, they're amazing in their own special ways. But Lion is truly based off of rushing and taking points, or taking certain spots very quickly. He's got a great AR. He's got a Gon 6. He's got flashbangs or claymores. He's overall he's a very good operator. But no, I don't think he's worth more than. I think he's got to be D. I don't know. He's not. I don't think you should really bring a Lion. I think Lions is just, it's cool, but I think he's a shittier Jackal and a Dokkaebi. He's like a Jackal and a Dokkaebi had a baby. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think D is perfect. Finka, S tier. My god, I've never seen an operator just completely dominate ranked, and she's the best frag operator on Siege on attack at the moment. Actually, no, in general. Her LMG is insane. She has the ability to heal her teammates and herself, has the ability to revive her teammates and herself, has frag grenades, has a Gon 6, which can break castle barricades or, well, anything. You guys know how the Gon 6 works. She has a spear, which if needed has a 2x. I mean, there's nothing wrong about Finka. She's like honestly a perfect character. The only thing that's about her that she doesn't have is hard breach gadget. That's it. But she does her spot. She heals her teammates and gets kills. Like, that's just insane. So yeah, I'd say S tier 100%. Going on to Alibi, I'm gonna say C tier. Yeah, C tier seems right. She is more of an intel operator, has rotate potential with her bailiff or impacts. I would just say she's a decent intel operator because when people shoot her gadget or hologram, it tends to ping them, which is cool. But she's not like Valkyrie. Like, Valkyrie is more precise and you can yellow ping and people won't know that they're getting pinged or spotted. Whereas Alibi, you need to be very situational and someone needs to actually shoot your gadget in order to be even pinged. So yeah, I'd say C. She has a very good frag potential though. Maestro, man, I'm sorry. Maestro's gotten so much worse. He used to be, I'd say back then, Maestro could have been A, maybe S tier, but he's E now. My man's got a good LMG, has rotate ability, or rotate potential. His gadget does not hit like it used to. Yes, it can be used to deny plant or even shoot people, but it takes one bullet or fucking melee to counter a Maestro, and I think that's ridiculous because it's bulletproof glass. You should not be able to punch a bulletproof glass camera out. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone counters him. Everyone has like grenades or Gon 6s. Most of the time when you see a Maestro camera, that Maestro camera is only going to stay alive for a certain amount of time if it's not spotted. If that Maestro camera is spotted, 9 times out of 10, it's going to get destroyed within the next 15 seconds. So, yeah, no. He's got too many counters to even be considered good anymore. And one of the counters being literally every attack operator's elbows. Onto Maverick. Oh, this is rough. I'm gonna say S tier. I think Maverick's amazing. Maverick has frag potential by frag grenades, as well as he can just kill people with his AR. He has hard breach. He can deny walls by Maverick tricking. You can get hatches by Maverick tricking. Overall, a very solid hard breach operator with the ability of frag grenades. Very solid. Nothing else really to be said about him. He's just very self-explanatory. Probably one of the best characters in the game. Onto Clash. I'm gonna say E tier. Man, Clash is just so shit. Like, maybe she might be D tier. I'm gonna say D tier. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna say D tier. Now, the reason why I say D tier is because if played right, she's got to be probably one of the most like annoying characters. She's literally just an annoying character. There's nothing more to it. She doesn't have frag potential. She's an intel operator. She's a worse Monty. It's very different from defending versus attacking with a shield on their team. She doesn't bring a lot to the table. She can make rotates, which is cool, but she's a really bad... She's like a mix of a Mira and a Monty and a Melusi trap. So yeah, solidifies herself S tier. Cade, I'm also going to put S... Ooh, yeah, S tier. There's a reason why Cade's banned. If Thatcher's banned, Cade's banned. If Thatcher isn't banned, Cade isn't banned. They go hand in hand. They're the only two operators that tend to really bring a lot to the table, and there's a reason why they're always banned. Cade, unlike Bandit, can hide the Cade traps in very weird spots to the point where you can find a spot where it's not even in the same like room as the wall or a hatch, or rather it's in like another floor. He's got C4, he's got a great AR, or an SMG rather. Honestly, I think he's the best denial operator besides Mute, because the only difference that makes him better than Mute is that he can get hatches. Yeah, and he can Cade trick if needed. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. On to Gridlock. I'm gonna say A tier. Now, the reason this hurts me, this hurts my soul. Gridlock is my favorite operator in the game. And the reason why I put her A tier rather than S tier is because honestly, she is a little bit watered down compared to Nomad. She has better guns than Nomad, but Nomad has better flank denial. Nomad has a sound cue. Finka does not, and Finka you could punch. I said Finka. Gridlock you could punch her gadgets and be pretty silent about flanking somebody. The thing I do like about Finka is she has smoke grenades, which help for plants, for post plants or taking plants. She has her tracks that, yes, they do flank denial, but also, if used right, they can also sound the mask of someone planting, which is what we tend to use her for whenever we do use her. She has a secondary shotgun, which can be used for breaking hatches or making rotates or even vertical play. Overall, she's a solid character. You can never hate if a Gridlock's on your team, to be honest. On to Mozzie. I'm gonna say A tier as well. Mozzie's a fantastic intel operator. He honestly, man, Mozzie might be S tier. Nah, I'm gonna say A tier. I think Valkyrie's S tier. Mozzie has fantastic guns, with the Rooney being one of his weapons. He's got a C4. He has the ability to take over drones, which is, yes, uses intel, but you can also follow attackers and get pretty much be a UAV on your drone as Mozzie. It's pretty great. Yeah, A tier is pretty solid. Knock, I'm gonna say B tier. Now, if you guys are familiar with the channel, I have voiced I do not like Knock, but Knock is honestly not a bad character. Knock is like a better Cav. This is what Cav should have been. She has great primary weapons. She has frag grenades. She also, I believe, has a hard breach gadget. I might be wrong. That or a claymore. I forgot what the other one was, but so maybe don't listen to that part. But she is used to do her job is to sneak in and get a quick pick. She is a quick pick operator or a full send sneak in a sight operator, and tends to do a good job at that. So yeah, I'd say B tier. She's not like Cav. She's got like a silent step towards her, and she can be hidden from cameras. That's her main ability. So she can easily just maneuver quietly through the building, and defense operators won't even know. Moving on to Warden. Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say D. I'm not gonna say Warden's honestly useless. Warden is like any other operator. Actually, no, he's very different. He is stupid situational, man. Stupid situational. You have to be in the right place at the right time to use Warden. He's got a great great SMG. He's got shotgun for rotate potential. He's got C4 for kills or plant denial. He has the ability to look through smokes. He has the ability to pretty much counter yings or glazes or even the new operator sense. He is a solid operator. He's just not the best at the moment. He can very situational. That's what makes him not so good. You really don't want a Warden on your team because it's really rare you'll see him used in his correct format. So on to Amaro. I'm gonna say C tier. Now I think she's a worse Knock. I think Knock's better because Knock is silent. Amaro is an obnoxiously loud, frag heavy, rush oriented operator. Her weapons are amazing. However, her ability is kind of bad in the sense where it's literally just brain dead heavy. You pretty much just use it to rotate into the building or really at a very rapid speed or another floor really quickly. And usually when someone's playing Amaro, 9 times out of 10 they're trying to get into sight within the first 24 seconds of the game starting, and either they get a pick and trade off or die. That's usually how Amaros go. It's really, I don't like Amaro players. They tend to not really bring much to the table. Moving on, we have Goyo. I'm gonna go B. I think Goyo is better than Tachanka but worse than Smoke. They have like this, he's like a hybrid. I would say Goyo would have been S tier back when he had his shield, but because he doesn't, I'd say he's definitely a B tier. He has potential for, he wastes a lot of time. He completely wastes so much time with his ability. He could deny plant, he could deny straight up rotations in a sight from the opposing team. He has a great weapon, he has a C4. Yeah, overall solid character. He has 4 Vulcans that blast, I think, like 25 seconds each, so if played right, you can deny entry for, I think, like 20 something seconds. It might be 20 seconds, maybe a little bit more. Fantastic operator, honestly. I wish he was back how he used to be. I wish he had his shields, not just this, like whatever, his like stupid little canisters. All right, on to Callie. I'm gonna say A tier. Now, no, I'm not. I'm gonna say B tier. She is not good. You know, okay. The only thing good about Callie is her gadget. Her sniper is terrible, has no frag potential. She has claymores, which is okay. The only reason why she's so high up is she can counter any like wall denial. She can counter mute, she can counter cage, she can counter bandit just by shooting a single one of her little little gadgets. I forgot what they're called. But after that, she becomes completely useless. But she's high up because of how effortless she is about getting wall. So I think she solidified herself in terms of using her gadget. Okay, on to Wamai. Wamai, I would say, is A tier. The reason why I think he's not better than Jaeger is off the fact that he does not have the ability to recharge or actually recharge his gadget like Jaeger. Jaeger can over time, after I think it's 10 seconds, maybe 12, to reset his gadget so it can deny another flashbang. Wamai has one and done, and the thing that also I don't like about Wamai is the fact that his ability, you have to throw it and you get more over time like Legion, whereas Jaeger you could pretty much place everything in the beginning of the round and do whatever you want throughout the rest of the game. Wamai does have a fantastic AR. He does have the ability, unlike Jaeger, to deny Capitao bolts, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no, he has the ability to also make rotates. But I think Jaeger overall is just better than Wamai. And Wamai just doesn't destroy the gadgets. It doesn't destroy grenades. It just resets it and moves it. That's all it does. So essentially, if you mess up a Wamai throw, you could destroy kill your teammate or destroy some gadget just because you placed it in a really bad spot. But no, I think he's A tier. He's still a great operator. On to Yana, I'm gonna say B. I think she's a roam clear with her gadget. She's an intel / roam clear operator. Jackal, she's a little bit under Jackal. She has the potential to pretty much sniff out like a fucking hound any defenders that are roaming. That's pretty good. She's got grenades, so she's used for frag potential. You can frag under sight. You can grenade trick a wall or drone holes and stuff like that. She's got a Gon 6, which can be used to break any barricade or castle barricade and stuff like that, or hell, even a hatch if it's soft. She has very good weapons, good for entry fragging. She's like an entry frag / intel operator. She's very weird, but I'd say B tier is perfect. Oryx, I'm gonna say B tier. I think the only difference between Oryx and Vigil that makes Vigil better is the fact that Vigil cannot be spotted by drones. Yes, after a while he can be, but he wastes a lot of time. Oryx can also waste time, but at a very different tone. Oryx has to keep moving. Oryx can also jump through hatches with his passive ability and run through walls. Oryx is very good roamer. Honestly, he might be on par with Vigil. He might be, you know, I'm gonna say A. You know what? I take it back. I think he's A. I think Oryx and Vigil have got to be top if like roam operators, frag heavy operators. Oryx also has proxy alarms, which can also be used as intel. Yeah, I'm solid with that one. Moving on to Ace, I'm gonna say Ace is A tier. Now, people might disagree with this one and say Ace is better than Thermite. I don't think so. I think Thermite is better because of the bigger hole it makes, which is better vision, as well as you don't have to vault through breach. Ace does, however, have a better weapon, and can play it safe from a distance. But to me, that's very distinct. I'd rather have a Thermite because of the fact that Thermite could just break more of the wall and it's quicker. And whereas Ace, you have to you can also get impact trick. There's more of a risk when running Ace. And also, Thermite can get 2 hatches. Ace can only get 1. And that's unfortunate. Melusi, I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say A tier as well. Probably one of the best trap operators. It's like super barbed wire. She has impacts for rotates. Her MP5 is pretty solid. She's an intel operator based off a sound cue. Overall, yeah, solid operator. Can't complain. Nothing else really to say about her. She's just a good trap operator. She just pretty much slows down the operators and pretty much tells you when someone's pushing a certain spot just because of the very distinct and unique sound it makes from her trap. Okay, on to Zero. I'm gonna say B tier. I think just like Capitao, Zero is very underrated. He is like a Valkyrie but on attack, which I guess is very situational, but very good. He can zap gadgets, and technically he can deny wall if used right. So he could technically be wall denial. Got great AR. He has, I believe, claymores. He has a Gon 6. Yeah, no, he's just a very heavily intel type operator. Nothing else really about him. He's just pretty much Valkyrie but on attack, and it's very different from attack versus defense, setting up cameras. So yeah, I'd say B tier. Rooney, I'm gonna say A tier. Rooney's a fucking monster. Rooney's gadget denies entry, also has to waste other teams' gadgets in order to break the gate. The gate can also be recharged. My favorite thing about Rooney, besides her weapons, mainly her DMR, is her passive ability, which is the ability to make big punch holes or break hatches immediately, which is very easily and silent for making rotates when roaming. Very quick. She can also make rotates, so she has rotate potential. She can surprise operators by breaking hatches. She's just, honestly, man, she's very versatile. She honestly might be S tier. No, I think S tier is very distinct. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say A tier. She's very solid though. Flores, I'm gonna say B tier. I think Flores is a watered down Twitch. Unlike Twitch can at least get 6 gadgets, and actually get mirrors. Flores can't get mirrors. also Twitch has the ability to recharge your Twitch drones, whereas Flores only has 4 drones, and that's it. Also, Flores drones, it's not like you can station them somewhere and like use them as a camera, whereas Twitch drones you can. Honestly, he's also very loud. Like, my voice cracked. Compared to any other drone, a Flores drone has a very unique sound. It is very loud, and you know when a Flores is in play, and very easy to destroy his gadget. He's countered by Mozzie, by Mute, or any bullets, I guess, if we're being... He's honestly just a worse Twitch. Like, I don't know why you would bring him over Twitch. Like, Twitch could do more, and just... I don't know why you would bring a Flores over a Twitch. Very situational to bring a Flores. Actually, you know what? The thing about Flores that I like is the fact that he could break shields. That is probably the best thing. He could break shields, like Elbow and like Oregon. Perfect to bring a Flores. You would want a Flores rather than a Twitch. Actually, you tend to usually bring both when actually having them both in play. So, yeah, you know what? Just because of that, yeah, he's pretty good. Maybe A tier. Thunderbird, A tier. You know what? No. It might be unpopular opinion. I'd say S tier. Thunderbird can continuously heal her team over the span of the match. What other operator could do that? Doc can't do that. Finka can't do that. I said Thorn. Thunderbird. I realized I said Thorn. Thunderbird has the ability to heal her teammates fully, and she can reset her heals, so she can technically also overheal. She has rotate capability. She has frag potential. She has a C4 as well. Overall, there's like nothing wrong about a Thunderbird. If a Thunderbird's in play, you're not going to complain that someone's playing Thunderbird, like, at all. You're crazy if you do. Osa, A tier. 110% Osa's A tier, without a doubt in my mind. Now, Osa is like a Mira on attack. I'd say like literally like a Mira on attack. If played right, Osa has the potential of being able to take sight. She can hold down a certain like strong point just because of the ability of having her shield placed in front of her. Could be, again, just like Mira, be used like a Mira, so it's very easy to get kills. But unlike Mira, it is not a two-way thing. It's not a one-way see-through, it's a two-way see-through. So what you see is what the enemy can also see through, whereas Mira has a non-visible side and a visible side. But nah, Osa's pretty solid, and I can never really hate if an Osa's in play. Thorn, I'm going to say B. Thorn is really good in terms of frag potential, but her gadget is more, again, I say it's more of like it's like an excessive proxy alarm. I swear that's how I view it. I view it like a proxy alarm. It makes a distinct sound, and you can tell you when someone's pushing a certain direction. Has potential to kill, usually doesn't kill because it's very easy to avoid, and you could just shoot it. It's very rare you'll honestly get a kill, and very situational. But to me, she's just like a watered down proxy alarm, or not watered down, like a better proxy alarm. That's kind of it. But the reason why I say this, I'm gonna say C tier. I don't think C tier. Thorn, maybe even D. Maybe D. You know what? I'm gonna say D. I think Ella's better than her. Actually, ooh, now I don't know. No, you know what? They're on the same part. They're on the same page. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm happy with Thorn being here. She's not a great trap operator. I think Legion and Capkin are way better. On to Azami. I'm gonna say B tier. Very situational. Has rotate potential. Very good primary weapons. Can hold down a room fairly solid by creating angles with her ability. For example, rafters in Clubhouse, like rafters of Garage in Clubhouse. She has the ability to pretty much just form a wall and hold down Garage like no other operator. She is the best at holding down. If you want a spot held down, you bring in a zombie, because it just creates mayhem and so many angles to peek. It's very, what I'm trying to think of is, Siege is a very, I guess, like intellectual type game where you basically learn the more you play. So having a character that has the ability to change certain angles and where you wouldn't look at like a default angle is very, very powerful. She creates her own walls, and that is just insane. So honestly, she could be A tier. The thing that doesn't make her crazy is oh man, she might be A tier. Oh, she's like, no, I'm gonna say B, but she's on the potential of being A tier. She's very strong. No, I'm gonna say A tier. She's very strong because of how she could be played. She fucks up your default mindset by being able to place walls. Okay, on to Sense, the newest recruit to Team Rainbow. I'm gonna say D tier. Man, I had a lot of hope in Sense when Sense was coming out. Sense has got to be probably one of the biggest waste of an operator bans. This character gets denied by gets countered by so many operators, including people that just simply have impact grenades. Can get countered by bulletproof cameras because they can see through the smoke. Warden has the ability to be countered by Maestro cameras, has the ability to be destroyed by impact grenades, has the ability to be destroyed or technically EMP'd by a mute jammer, can be completely discombobulated by a Wamai charge. Like, Sense has way too many counters to the point where it's like, it's very situational that in a chance where this operator would work out. So, and his gun's not that great. Or her gun. Sense's gun is not that great. Not really sure why anyone would pick Sense. It's just like a glorified smoke grenade. It's Viper from Valorant. That's essentially what it is. And honestly, man, so far I'm looking at my tier list. I'm pretty happy with it. I think we hit the mark on this one, to be quite honest with you. I'm trying to think. Let's go through the list right now. Thatchery for S tier. Yeah, I'm happy with S tier. Honestly, Finka, I might move down to A tier. Yeah, I'm gonna move down Finka to A tier. I think this is it right here. A tier. Let's see. Honestly, I'm gonna move Osa to B tier. The more I think about it, she's not too great, but she's mid. She's a mid character. Looking at B tier, I'm happy with B tier. C tier, I'm satisfied with C tier. D tier, okay. Honestly, D tier, I'm gonna move Warden down because Warden's too situational, which might honestly make me bring Sense down. I think Sense, you know what? Nah, I think Warden's just way worse because no. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is solid. This is the F tier. I have no doubt in my mind. Cav, nah, I'm gonna keep Cav here. Cav is E tier. Yeah, I'm satisfied. This is my tier list. This is strictly my opinion, and this is the console champion view of a tier list. So, very different video, very informative video versus like my more serious, like not serious, like stupid content that I post. But I hope you guys like this. And if you guys disagree, I'm always down to read comments. Maybe you can comment down what your tier lists look like, or which ones were different, what you agree, what you don't like about my tier list, what you do like about it. I'm all game. Be sure to comment down below. But yeah, that's today's video. Very different video. Tomorrow we'll be back to our normal stuff, but I wanted to do one of these for a while, and maybe people just get insight for people to see how I see Siege and how a console champion sees Siege. So yeah, 1,400 likes helps the series out when I do it. It is free, guys. Be sure to go follow my socials. Should be popping up right about now. And yeah, it's pretty. That's my tier list. Nothing else really to it. I'm gonna do another one of these. I'm gonna do a meme tier list, and that one's gonna be a project. I think you guys will like that video. But yeah, thank you guys for, I'm gonna say it, 93,000 subscribers. I love y'all.
I'm about to say all the wire, you know I love a tiger. She got the buns I admire. I'm at the butt, I bet you call. I'm about to say all the wire, you know I love a tiger. I feel her ass like a tire. She like puppy on fire. She like puppy on fire.
You not doing up your way. You got a nigga, me too. But you know what?